everybody, it's Tiffany at Straight Off the Hook. I am going to be doing a market recap video. You should have already seen the market day video. If you haven't, make sure you go and watch that because it is the video right before this one. And this is just gonna tell you kind of like how the day went. My best sellers, things that didn't sell very well. I have tried to do this video like 10 times and I keep on stumbling all over my words, and I think I'm just gonna go with it this time. I just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers, whether you are new or you have been here since the beginning, since the budgeting days. I just want to say thank you to all of you. If you're new and you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. Yeah, so thank you all for being here. This has been a fun journey. I've been going from budgeting to crocheting. For this market, I think I have decided to really try and take this a little bit more seriously because I do think that it's something that I'm passionate about. So it's allowed me to stay at home with my kids more. I do have two teenagers at home. I have a senior and I have a freshman in high school. So for about a year, I was working a part-time job on top of my full-time job and like outside of the home, and it was a lot. It was a lot, but I needed to do it because I needed the extra money, and then my body just completely like shut down on me. I ended up in the hospital for 3 days, like physically was not well. Like my body said, you just need to slow down. And then I started doing this. I was like, you know, I know how to crochet. I started doing the plushies, and then I just went full force into doing the markets, and I've had a lot of fun. It's been a nice little fun journey. So thank you guys for being here and supporting me while I am doing this. It's just allowed me to not have to spend more time away from my kids. So I'm going to be looking at my notes the best that I can. And I do want to say, the sad thing is, unfortunately, and I guess that this is something that can happen when you are doing things like this, like markets. I think I had something stolen at this market. I believe it was one of my small gnomes, the Wonderland gnome. It happens, kind of stinks that it happened. It was $12 of my time. And yeah, so that being said, let's just get into it because I didn't sell any of those. That was not a bestseller at all. This is the inventory list that I have. Every box that's highlighted means that's how many I have. So as I made one and completed one, I would highlight it. And then this is kind of my inventory list. I want to say, I think I sold 44 items. Okay, here we go. So I started with 102 items and I sold 44. So that doesn't sound like a lot. However, especially considering that the market that I sold out of nearly everything, I was only left with 27 items and I made $1,200. That's not including all of like the expenses and everything. And I have a recap video of that market as well, so you can go check that one out too. The 44 items is how many I sold. So it wasn't a lot, but I guess I'll start with what I made. So the cash was $228. On the Square credit card reader was $392. And then the Cash App was $66. So that equaled up to $686. And then these are some expenses that I have here. The vendor fee for this event was $35. I like to support small businesses while I am at the markets, and I got that idea, and I can't remember who it was from, but there is another crocheter who I think takes like $20 and puts it aside, and she supports another small business, and I liked that idea, so I've been trying to do that. So I had $29 in the support small business, and then my daughter and I did get food, and that was $20. So that left us with $602. And then I added $10 onto that because My daughter's best friend is also a crocheter. She brings her items and she sold some of hers. So she gave me $10 for some of the booth fee. So that left me with $612. And I would say that that's pretty good. It was from 12 to 6. So that kind of breaks down to like $100 an hour. That's pretty good. The best sellers. So I sold out of the axolotls. I only had 3, and that pattern was by Mom Stitchetti. I think that's how you say it. And then I also made mallard ducks. I had 4 of those, and that was a pattern by the Cozy Stitch. Sold all 4 of those. The axolotls I priced at $10 each, and the mallard ducks were $15 each. I also sold out of the mini turtles. I only had 5, and that pattern was from Stitches by Patty. I sell out of them every time. So I really should be making some more of those. And that probably will be on my list of things to make. I also sold out of the chicken nuggets. So I made 3 chicken nuggets. That was something new for me, and I sold all 3 of those. Those were like the 4 best sellers. Also, chickens, I made 13 and I sold 8. So those usually always do pretty well for me. So those were like my best sellers. And then, the mini turtles I priced at $10. And the chicken nuggets I priced at $8. I might could have gone up to $10 because they were bigger chicken nuggets. But I had them at $8. So those are my best sellers. So the worst sellers, the things that just did not sell very well or at all, were the chunky frogs, and that was a pattern by All From Jade. I sold 2 of those and I had 10. So yeah, I mean, I thought they were cute. They were easy to make, and they worked up pretty fast. So they were good for like a market prep item. I just didn't sell very well of those like at all during this market. And it was my first time making those. So I'll have them for the next market. Mini whales, I only sold 1. I showed up with 10 and I sold 1. The mini octos, like the pocket octos, I didn't sell any pocket octos, and those I had priced at $6, and I had 10 of those. The leggy froggies, I have only made those once because I don't sell those at all. I think, what I say, this was like my 4th market. I have not sold like hardly any. I think I started with 8 and I've only sold 4, and I've had 4 markets. I didn't sell any this go round. And the mini gnomes. So it's a Wonderland gnome, and it's by Raven Jade Co. or something, I believe. I'm gonna try and remember to put the patterns down below, but I didn't sell any of those, but I do think that one of them walked away. That is the item that I think walked away. So those were like the items that didn't sell very well. As far as like the bigger items, I sold the Derby Duck, which is also by the Cozy Stitch. I also sold the Sleeping Flamingo, and that's a free pattern on Instagram. Both of my turtles sold, and those were both patterns from All From Jade. I had a sunflower turtle, and I also had just a regular sea turtle. And then I also had a huge jumbo turtle. And again, that was a All From Jade pattern, and it was just a jumbo turtle. So that's what basically sold. And I don't think it was bad at all. I am going to be market prepping for this next market though. I have a lot to do. I want to start making bigger items. I think I am going to start trying to make some Christmas items. I also want to try and keep it fall friendly. So I do think I'm going to try and make some acorns and squirrels. I don't know how many I'll make, but I think that I will have some of those at this next market. But that's kind of it. That's all that I have. And yeah, that was it. I'd say it was a pretty good market, and I'm ready to start prepping for my next one. thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.